Hey guys, it's Brooke and Annie here at the Physio Revolution.
Hey guys.
You're going to be seeing more of Annie here, but she's our special guest today at our happy hour. We're actually in the backyard here. I'm going to give you a little bit of a view. We made this pergola last year, so that's pretty cool. And we've got our time to just soak up the last bit of summer here, so we're totally taking advantage of it during our happy hour. So thanks for joining us. Bella's here. She's just trying to stay in touch with her fellow neighbor dogs right now, so we apologize if there's some background noise. We're actually drinking a nice Leinenkugel's grapefruit summer shandy, or it's not summer shandy, I guess it's just grapefruit shandy. An oldie but a goodie from Wisconsin. So cheers to happy hour. We're hoping that you're enjoying your drink too. We're gonna take a sip here. Awesome, good. So hope this finds you having a great week and enjoying the last bit of summer as it's kind of wrapping up here. Getting some nice days nonetheless. So something that we're finding as we're kind of getting questions from people that are rolling in. One of the biggest ones was a recent client that kind of came in and talked about how they've been rolling out their iliotibial band, or ITB. You'll hear people say that they've got ITB Syndrome. A lot of runners will say this, a lot of athletes will say this, or just the regular person who thinks they have knee pain from ITB issues. So we wanted to tackle that question head on because I think that it's actually a really important question that we get a lot.
Yeah.
Right. So Annie's going to do a demonstration. Unfortunately, she'll have to put down her drink. But Annie's going to show us here a little bit more about what we're doing and how we correct ITB. So let me get this lined up so you can see her. So this is what we're typically seeing a lot of, if you want to show them kind of what we're seeing people roll out. So the ITB sits, I'm going to use Annie's top leg, sits all the way across here, and people tend to try to roll that out along their leg here. So this is one thing that I tell people is not going to work if you try to roll out the ITB. Does it feel good?
It's a little painful.
It's normally a super painful spot too, guys. So instead, what I tell people, and Annie, I'm going to use your top leg just to show them here. Sorry, I almost spilled the drinks, which is a big no-no. So the ITB, the band itself is super thick. You can't stretch it out. They've done a lot of research on it saying that the band itself cannot be stretched out unless it's used with a scalpel. That's the only way you can make a difference on it. So it takes a lot of force to even do anything to it. So it's pretty much not going to work anyways, even if you try, other than maybe stretching out some of the underlying tissues if that's a problem. But instead, so if we take kind of Annie's bony hip part here and we look about probably 4 to 6 inches up, that's where the muscle portion is that connects to that band. So the only part that you want to be rolling out is more on the hip. So Annie's going to kind of line herself up. We'll show you a different way of doing it. And then you want to release the muscle aspect because that's the only portion that you can actually release. So she's got a nice position, and I'm going to use the top hip to roll out right here. She might even kind of go forward here and hit it a little bit better. That's how you actually want to roll out. You'll want to stick on those sticky parts where you find they're a little bit sore, but I promise you they're not going to be as intense as the one when you roll down here. That's going to be super painful. So thank you for demonstrating. Yeah, awesome, good. Well, we hope that we find that helpful because we're finding a lot of people are trying to fix their knee pain or fix their hip pain, thinking that they have ITB syndrome. But it's not typically that they're foam rolling in the right area to help themselves with that. So that's a quick tip from us to try to help you find some relief. I appreciate you showing that.
Yeah.
If you guys have any other questions, or you're always up for a drink, we'll be answering them, of course, next week in our next happy hour. But please just reply back to this email and we'll be happy to answer those questions next week. We hope you enjoy your week. And if you need anything from us, please feel free to shout out. So take care. Have a great day.
Cheers.
Bye.